I still remember that night when we decided to enter the abandoned hospital. That place had always been creepy. Just looking at its grim walls, covered in ivy, sent chills down my spine. But that didn't stop us. We were shadow hunters, seekers of the unexplained. Back then, I had no idea that night would change us forever. Our group consisted of Max, our leader, Kirill, the Joker and tech genius, Lena, the skeptic and our camerawoman, and of course, Nastia. She was always quiet, but there was something in her eyes that hinted at a deep connection with the otherworldly. We chose this particular night, moonless, with the wind howling through the treetops. The perfect night for a hunt. We entered through a side door, carefully keeping it from creaking. Inside, it was damp and cold, like a crypt. Lena immediately started filming, and I switched on the recorder. The walls were lined with peeling wallpaper, and here and there, strange symbols could be seen. My heart was pounding, but I convinced myself it was just adrenaline. The first ominous sign was a plaque on one of the doors that read morgue. Kirill, as always, couldn't resist a joke. Shall we pay a visit to the residence? But as soon as we approached, the door slowly opened on its own. I felt a knot in my stomach. The morgue was empty except for some old, warped gurneys and the unsettling feeling that someone was watching us from the corner. Nastia suddenly stopped and whispered, "Someone's there." I pointed my flashlight where she indicated but saw nothing. Kirill tried to reassure us, but his voice lacked confidence. We decided to move on and found an operating room. It looked like it had been abandoned in a hurry. Instruments were scattered everywhere, and the walls were covered in strange markings. Nastia said they looked like ancient spells. I tried to make a joke, but my voice trembled. Suddenly, our flashlights began to flicker, and the recorder picked up a strange sound, like someone breathing heavily nearby. I wanted to dismiss it as a technical glitch, but the heavy silence around us said otherwise. We set up cameras in several locations and returned to our makeshift camp to check the footage. On one of the recordings, we noticed a shadow flickering in the corridor. It looked like a human silhouette. My stomach churned, but I tried to stay calm. Nastia showed us her recording. It captured a figure in a white coat standing in front of a mirror. The scariest part? There was no reflection. We decided to go back to that room. When we arrived, the mirror was shattered, and on the wall, written in blood, were the words, "You don't belong here." I felt fear gripping my very soul, but Max insisted we continue. We headed down to the basement. The basement, that place felt like the end of the world. The walls were wet to the touch, and the air felt heavy. At the far end, we found a door leading to another operating room. On the table lay an old, decayed doll surrounded by candles. Nastia stepped closer, and suddenly all the candles went out. The door slammed shut behind us with a deafening bang. Darkness swallowed us, and from within it came whispers that turned into eerie laughter. We stood frozen, paralyzed with fear. Lena turned on her flashlight, and in its faint beam, I saw figures moving. They were everywhere. They whispered, breathed, watched. I don't remember how we got out. Everything felt like a blur. Once outside, I realized I would never return to that place. The next day, while reviewing the footage, I noticed something strange. In one frame, we were standing in the basement, and behind us was a tall figure in a white coat. Its face was obscured by shadows. Since then, I've been plagued by nightmares. Whispers follow me even in silence. The abandoned hospital is in the past, but I know its shadows are still watching me, and I'm not sure I'll ever escape them.